Welcome to another video. In this video, we are going to go through TryHackMe Pickle Rick room, which is one of the most famous, recognized, and simple rooms, CTF rooms, capture the flag rooms on TryHackMe. So I have the room in front of me, Pickle Rick. I'm going to start the machine, start the room to get the target IP, and you can see that 300k and dash people are currently doing the room. On the other hand, you can see that I opened my Kali Linux virtual machine. I'm going to go to my home directory, or I can do it using my command mkdir tryhackme cd tryhackme. I'm going to make a folder or directory named tryhackme, and inside that directory I'm going to make the directory of the room which we are working on. So I made Rick, and inside you can see in the visual interface as well, it appears TryHackMe, Rick, and here we can create a text file where we are going to note down the facts or the discoveries. So I'm going to name it extracts.txt. You can name it notes.txt, and here the file is. So first information which we have is the target IP address. So you are just going to copy that target IP address and you are going to paste it or note it down or write it down in your txt file. You can see that I'm connected to the VPN of TryHackMe, and if you don't know how to establish the connection, you can watch the previous video and know how to do it. So first step comes to see what this address has for us. I'm going to use a simple Nmap command, and I'm going to run it, and it is going to be fast because TryHackMe network, there are not a lot of machines, just us and the target. And here you can see that I saw the port 80 is open, which is an HTTP service, and port 22 is open, which is SSH. So let's go to browser and let's see what we have on port 80, put the IP address and port 80. I'm going to search it, and a simple web page appeared here. I'm trying to scroll, but I cannot scroll. And it says something, listen Morty, I need your help. I've turned myself into a pickle again. I need you, burp, and blah, 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 blah. So first of all, if I can't see anything visually on this page, I'm going to right click and inspect. I'm going to see if there is some hidden message in the source code of the page. You can see how HTML code works. There are body, there is text, there are of course breaks and titles and everything, the images, and then I can see the comment down in the green which says note to self, remember username Rick rules. It uses some numbers, but it says Rick rules. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to put it here in the notepad, and let me adjust it real quick. There we go. So I have my second extract, which is the username or the second fact which I discovered. Okay, and that was interesting. I can't see any button. I did not find anything else. Let's go back to the terminal. I'm going to go back to you can just click on Firefox, so it just minimizes it. And I'm going to use the command Gobuster. So what Gobuster does, it scans the IP address or the target machine for any hidden files and directories. So I'm typing the command. I typed Gobuster. It is going to be in your system by default. And then I'm specifying the word list. So this is the default word list. I'm putting the path to the default word list. You can use the exact same command. And I'm going to specify that I'm looking for PHP or TXT or HTML files. I ran the command. It's going to take like a minute or two. You don't have to specify what you're looking for, but I just did. I said I'm specifically focusing on PHP, TXT, and HTML files. And by the way, make another TXT file in your Linux and note down these commands. We use default nmap, and then we used this. So I saw the assets directory appeared. I searched it, and you can see that it appears the images and all the, you can say the page related stuff is here. The portal image, it gives us something. There must be a portal page, and it's still running. You can see index.html and login.php. Status 200, it means there is a page login.php. So index is the one where we came from, and then there is login.php. So let's go there and see what it has, login.php. And of course, the name gave it away. It's a login page. So this is very interesting. And I also saw robots.txt. There is a txt file as well. So let's try that. You're going to use the IP slash robot.txt. So I'm going to open a different separator. And here it says Vuba Luba. I'm not going to read that. But this definitely appears something. So I think it's a password. I'm sure it is a password. I've done these rooms, I think, a year ago. So it's not that difficult for me, but I'm trying to break it down for you as simple as possible. So I think we have the username and we have the password, and we can try to attempt a login. So password, I pasted it. Username, it was Rick Rules. I pasted it, login, and you can see that I got access to command panel. And what type of command panel? Most likely it is Linux. I know it. As I said, I've solved these rooms before. So yeah, we checked all the pages. So let's try pwd, Linux command, to see where we are. And we are inside var directory, inside www, inside html. So we know that it is a Linux. Let's try list ls. Let's see. Okay, there are several files here, and the first one did caught my attention. It says super secret pickle ingredient. Most likely that's what it means. So we can use cat command to see it. Cat command is blocked. You saw that. Command disabled. So there are other Linux commands as well, which we can use to visualize a text file. For example, we can use or let me try another file here. Maybe this restriction is only for that file. No. Okay, so the cat file does not work. It is blocked in this command line. So let's try ls. And no, actually it has to be less. Ls means list. So I'm just listing it again. So it has to be less. Okay, this is another command we tried and it worked. Mr. Misik here. So I'm pretty sure this is the first ingredient. Let's go ahead and paste it, check, and you saw that it worked. Let's explore the Linux file system and see other directories. So ls, go back to the default directory. Let's see less clue.txt. What we have, it says look around the file system. Oh, file system give us a clue. Linux file system, right? There is var, there is root, there is etc, which means we might be able to go there, I think by ls slash, which means take us to the home root directory, and there it is. I can see all the typical Linux configuration files, bin, root, home. Let's try ls home. Oops, I had to use slash. So things happen. It's perfectly normal. I'm not going to cut this part out. You have to know ls slash home. Okay, so inside home directory, I see Rick user and Ubuntu. Let's try ls. I have to, no, actually had to use slash. Yeah, my bad. ls slash home slash Rick. You have to specify the full path. There we go, second ingredients. I noticed that it is not txt file, so we can use inverted commas to visualize if there is something in the file. So less slash home slash Rick, second ingredients. So the name is unusual. You can always use inverted commas, and you can see that one Jerry tier appeared. So this is the second ingredient. It is obvious from the name. Only Rick can use these types of name. There we go. And what is the last and final ingredient? Let's try to see if we have any type of root permissions or access. And since it is a low tiered room, there is a very good possibility that we have. So sudo -l, and it says no password. I can run all type of sudo commands and no password is required, which means I can use sudo and almost go anywhere. So yeah, I just made a mix-it. I had to use sudo. Let me just go back to the default root directory where we were. And let's try to go towards the root file. So sudo ls/root. There we go. Third.txt. There it is. So let's get it. Let's use the command and specify the path. Sudo less. Remember, you have to use the full path. Third.txt. Yeah, we had to use the full path. I was just trying to. I don't know why. I know it's not going to work, and then I try it. Sudo less/root slash third txt. There we go. Third ingredient, flip juice. So that's it. We did it. I hope you liked the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned. I'm going to solve more rooms as well. Thank you.